So I was thinking about my birthday coming up, and one of the things that I would like to see about getting is an iPod Nano. Take a look at the size of this thing. I mean, it is positively tiny. The screen is 1.5 inches across. It's a multi-touch screen, and it behaves very similar to an iOS device. In fact, a lot of people have said that it doesn't have iOS on board. I think it does, and I'll explain why in a little bit. It's just a very stripped-down version. Why do I want an iPod Nano? Because for those of you who have followed my videos, you know that I have an iPod Touch. Well, the iPod Touch is being used more and more for internet-based activities, YouTube videos, email mostly. And if I use that combined with music, that's going to... Oh, gaming especially. I just downloaded Angry Birds, and I'll see about having a video up on that soon. But those three activities together, you know, that especially with the gaming and the internet combined, you don't have an awful lot of battery life left for music. And it would be nice just to have a dedicated music player. And that's where the iPod Nano comes in. A 16 gigabyte capacity is what I'm looking at. Silver, as you can see here. Whereas the iPod Touch would be freed up mostly to be used as a PDA or a talking computer, because it's got a screen reader on board. And for those of you who are not unaware of this, take a look at my video, Totally Accessible Touch Screen. I put it up in April, I believe, of this year, which would be April 2010 if you are watching in 2011. So yeah, so basically a dedicated music player, 16 gigs, basically all it would do is music. And what am I going to do, you know, with something so tiny? Because I do have plans for it. The plan is this. I'm thinking about turning it into a watch. The iWatch's Q series, I've been looking at other wristbands. This has to be my favorite thus far. It looks very nice. It's got very high ratings at the Apple Store. And from what one reviewer said, they said they managed to pick it up at the Apple Store. It sounds to me like you can pick this up locally and you don't have to order it, which is very nice. So this is basically what I plan to do with it, essentially turning it into a watch slash portable media player. And, excuse me. Now, back to the iOS thing I was referring to earlier. Pardon. This has iOS on board, and let me explain how I feel this is the case. If we take a look here at VoiceOver, we have 29 different languages here, but if you have an iPod Shuffle, you'll notice that your capacity has gone down quite a bit. Well, maybe not quite a bit, but a little bit. The Shuffle uses essentially voice prints from the built-in synthesizer on your computer, and it basically creates a guided menu interface from those. Whereas if we take a look at accessibility here, this is directly for the iPod Nano. We see here, voice over gesture-based screen reader. Now, if we take a look again at my video, Totally Accessible Touchscreen, it is the exact same thing as the iPod Nano. The iPod Touch and iPod Nano is the same thing. The only difference is you double tap and hold to go back to the home screen, and you use 2 fingers to pan across pages instead of 3. Other than that, it's the exact same interface, which is really nice because if you have a pair of earbuds, you can use this as a talking watch. A talking watch and talking portable media player. So that's pretty much what I was thinking about doing, was to just get a 16 gig iPod Nano and use that specifically for music. And it is accessible, and for those of you who are wondering, I do not believe this has the screen curtain, but I haven't looked into that, but I do know it does not have the zoom magnifier, which makes sense, because if you have a 1.5 inch screen, you're not going to be using the, you know, such a small screen for magnification anyway. So if you do need to zoom in, if it hurts to get up close to your device, just use VoiceOver. But anyway, that's basically what I'm thinking about doing for my birthday. Comments and questions are welcome. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.